Hello friends, if you're new, welcome. If you're back, well, welcome back. I am pretty sure that this is going to be the last post review of 2025, and if my calculations were wrong, it should be the first one of 2026. Only future will tell us. Who knows? So, without further ado, let's just introduce this gorgeous diamond painting. This is Samurai Girl. The artist is Warm Tail. Warm as a warm, like warm sunshine. warm, you know what I mean. Anyway, and it's both from Oraloa, and I loved it. So this was my 12th finish out of 12 of my year 1 of the Distache challenge. It took me about 3 weeks to do this one. So I started on the 6th of August and finished it on the 28th of August. And what a joy. I absolutely adored it. Working on it was so freaking fun. The colors are coloring like to a perfection. To me, I think the only place where I found like the colors were a bit drab and not as motivating is this part. As per the usual, the brown, the blacks, whatever. But otherwise, it's all lots of blues and pinks and reds and yellows and gosh, stunning. I had a lot of fun working on this one. And I know it is not because it is an Oraloa or anything, but because of the artwork itself. So I don't know if you can see here, but like for example, you have a lot of outlining. So this is all the outlining here is all 310. And so what it allowed me to do is that, for example, I would have a section, let's say this section here, and I would do all my 310 first, and this way it would allow me to section down my section. So the way I like to do it is that I will pick a color. So once I've done my 310, in my section I will take the color that is the further at the bottom left side, and then I will do that color in the whole section. But by having it sectioned down, I could look by like tiny section and not having to go 3 times through feel of that color of like, oh no, I have forgotten one diamond here. Then 3 days later, oh wait, I have forgotten one diamond there. You know, easy peasy. It was all sectioned down and I absolutely loved it. It felt so much more efficient and quick and easy to work on that, yeah, I absolutely adored it. The other thing is that the squared so freaking perfectly. I don't think I had any issue with any colors where the squares didn't square. So I know I have said it in several videos about like the square squared perfectly or the square didn't square perfectly. What I mean is that sometimes on some diamond paintings, so when you do a square, you expect it that when you put down a single square, it will go click and perfect. Or if you multiplace it, it will just fit perfectly, right? It will be all snug and all perfect. But sometimes, it's so far now about all the brands that I worked on, except apparently Oraloa, you always have some colors where it doesn't square perfectly. As in like, you multiplace, let's say 5, and you reach the top of your 5, and the last diamond reaches like the halfway through the square, and you're like, how? If all my diamonds are all the same size, how? But no, here I honestly didn't have any issues. I would even say that sometimes it was a little too snug. And by too snug, I want to show you the amount of trash. So yes, there is a lot of trash on these Oraloa ones, but I also had a lot of leftovers. And I think I've said it, I can't remember for which post review in the last few weeks that I have said it, but I'd rather have a lot of trash with a little bit of leftovers, but the squares will square perfectly, than having teeny tiny bit of trash and the squares are not squaring. You know what I mean? To me, it's a lot more satisfying to have a diamond painting where if I look at it, I don't feel, first of all, I touch it, I don't feel any that are out of their blocks, I think. Yeah, no, it's just me imagining it. And if I look at it, I don't see any spaces that is any squares that are spaced between each other, which is very, very satisfying. The other thing I also love with the Oraloa kit is that the ABs reminded me a lot of the ones from Dreamer Designs. As in, I mean, I don't know if you can see it from the video here, but here, all the reds are ABs. It's very, very clear. Here you can see the big difference, right, between the normal red and the AB red. And I don't know, these ABs, like the ones from Dreamer Designs, it feels like there are so many more facets at the top that are shiny. It's not as if, like, you know, just a coating on it. It's like literally the whole diamond square that is like shiny. And I don't know, there is something about it that is just gorgeous. So anyway, I absolutely loved it. As you can see, the 310 outline is basically on the whole, throughout the whole diamond painting. There are a lot of ABs everywhere. I cannot remember how many ABs there are in this one. Not that many, only 4 colors, but one of the ABs is the 666, so the red. So obviously you can, as you can see, I'm going to be a bit stereotypical here, but I feel like Asian theme, the red is always very present with it, because red is, what is it? The color for luck. I don't want to say luck, but it's the good color. I don't know what is the proper term for it, but it's the good color. But yes, I loved it. The one tiny complaint that I will do with Oraloa, but I think it's just because I am too used to the Diamond Art Club covers, is that, so first of all, the plastic cover was very thick, which was quite nice, to be fair, and it was not perforated. So I've had some times when I can't remember where it was, and I'm not going to try and move it much, but when I cut through the cover, I had to push so hard with the scalpel that I cut through the canvas. I don't think I cut it like through the suede, you know, I didn't cut through here, but I definitely cut through where there is the glue. So yeah, that was the main issue, but really, I tended to do like big sections because, like I was saying, I could section down my section. I think here for this whole area, so this one is all ABs, by the way, here in the center. Gorgeous. All here it's mostly ABs, AB blues, blue ABs, whichever. And so like, for example, I think here I did a section that was like this. So not a small section, right? But like I said before, I managed to section it down, which so much time saving and so fun. Also, obviously, I have said it in the past, but with my current work, usually July and mostly August are very, very quiet work-wise. So having such a light workload allowed me to dedicate a lot more time to diamond painting during my work hours. So all of this to say that I absolutely loved it. I am honestly looking forward to buy more from Oraloa. So yeah, I think that as of time of recording, I think I have like 7 or 8 points. By the time this one is uploaded, I'm expecting to have like 10 at least, maybe a bit more. So fingers crossed. I will need to think on whether I want to buy 2 worth 5 points or buy a bigger one, and we'll see. But yes, Oraloa is definitely a company where I would want to buy more diamond painting. This is the only one that I had from their company, and I loved it. I will most definitely give another shot to the squares because, like I said, the square squared, and that's the dream. So before I finish this last post review of 2025, probably, just going back through it. So this is Samurai Girl by the artist Wormtail, but once again on Oraloa. And this was my 12th finish out of 12 of my year 1 of a Distash challenge. and it took me about 3 weeks to do it. So from the 6th of August to the 28th of August. So yeah, pretty good. I think I'm pretty happy with it. And I absolutely loved her. She's so freaking gorgeous. So yeah, next videos that are coming up. Obviously, do not take this for granted because it is recorded in September. But if this is indeed uploaded at the end of December, it means that the next one will be another D-Stash Challenge update video, and then there will be a 2025 diamond painting review, and then a 2026 stash review, and then a 2026 diamond painting chosen, which might be the same the stash review, to be honest. And then there will be more post reviews and more D-Stash Challenge updates, and then anyway, hopefully 2026 will be full of videos and more diamond paintings, right? So thank you for listening, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye!